Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ebony Championship Wrestling, the podcast where the square circle comes alive and we deep dive everything WWE from a diverse perspective. The Wyatt Six commits several homicides on national television. Drew McIntyre says deuces to the WWE, and the Money in the Bank qualifying matches entertain the masses. The boys are here. Wrestling is cool, and this is ECW. Let's get it. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, wrestling fans across the globe. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling. I'm your final host and your ECW undisputed champion, Jackie Miles. Welcome to your screen, our resident tribal chief, Griff, a.k.a. Griff Nation.
What up, everybody? It's good to be back. Strap up your seatbelt, get on this roller coaster. We're going for a wild ride tonight.
Follow Griff on Instagram at GriffNation84 and on X at CGriff84. Rounding out the chat room is the man of 50 holds. We're up to 50, gentlemen. Montay, a.k.a. Coach Montay.
What's up, everybody? Good to see y'all. My brothers, it's good to chop it up again. Hey, I love me some horror movies. Always been a fan. So let's chop it up tonight about this Wyatt Six, man. This is some sick mess. So let's get to it.
Follow him on Instagram at Coach Montay24. Behind the scenes, as always, celebrating Juneteenth with a grill and a bottle of Hennessy is the advocate to the ECW undisputed champion, B Dix. Find him on Cash App at BDix989. You can find us all on Ebony Championship Wrestling on Instagram and on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Gentlemen, what a week it has been. How's everybody feeling tonight? Griff, let's start with you, my boy. How you feeling?
Fellas, I'm feeling great, man. Another impactful, busy weekend. Seemed like the summer is like one of the busiest times when you're a grown man around these neck of the woods, man. Just different responsibilities and the schedules and works and trying to catch up with friends and family that's in town, more importantly. Graduation season, pretty much open houses. But more importantly, man, this was a great weekend of wrestling over in Scotland, man. I'm really, really excited to dive in and kick it with your brothers on tonight, man. Get y'all thoughts and perspectives. And I got some thoughts and opinions of myself, too, that I was looking forward to getting on here tonight and sharing it with the rest of the world, man, and with you guys tonight, man. So good to be with y'all, man, and let's go to work.
Welcome in, Griff. It's good to see you, my boy. Coach Montay, how you doing down there,
boy? Good, man. Good to see you, man. Everything is Gucci down here in DFW. We, like we said, it's a grind, man. I told you last week, it's family life and it's nonstop. So, just the grind don't stop. Leave the house, the grind don't stop, man. Come in here dead tired. Still got to cook dinner for the fam and, trying to, it's what I got to do, man. So I'm dead tired. I got to turn over a new leaf and, I've started, I got to get more in the kitchen, man. So I have to put my chef on and turn. Hey, if I want to hang in this marriage thing, you guys already know where I'm going. But
got to do your part, my boy.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been that kind of week. But your 2-year-old is just killing the house, and it'll be a tutorial. Yeah, you'll see when you get back down here. But other than that, I love my family. I love what I do. But I love, more importantly, I love chopping it up in WWE, man. And it's an exciting time. Like I said, I'm a scary movie guru, and I love it, and I just love where this is going. And yeah, like I said, before we got on, this Wyatt Six, man, it's intriguing and got a lot of thoughts. But more importantly, it's been a weekend of shock and controversy too. So I kind of got my feelings this weekend too about some stuff. So
there's a lot to dive into tonight, man, as we move forward in the WWE, and Clash of the Castle is behind us now, and some of the events that transpired over the weekend are definitely controversial, to say the least. So let's go ahead and jump right in as CM Punk makes his return to the WWE after a little bit of an extended absence, and screws over Drew And Drew falls again at the Clash of the Castle for the second time in a row in just as many years. And he has now quit the WWE and has unfollowed everyone on social media. What are our thoughts here? How do we feel about Drew and CM Punk here? Coach, we got to go over here and start with you. Griff, I hope you don't mind because you know why we're doing this. All right, thank you. I hope you understand. Coach, let's go ahead and go over to you, brother.
Before we got on the air tonight, and that sign behind you, is that yes, for our viewers, that sign is directly at me. He's trolling his brother tonight, y'all. For y'all who don't know, he trolling me. Yeah, I wanted to see. I ain't gonna lie. I felt bad. It was, it. This how you know a PLE is good. Like every PLE counts now because it's evoking emotion out of me. Mm-hmm. And it's really, anytime you can have me cussing to myself or want to throw stuff at the TV, it's done its job. And so y'all know all Mania season going into the summer, y'all both of y'all knew I was Team Drew. And the work he's done, listen, even with even a fumble at Mania, I was like, okay, find a way to put it back on him. I was like, okay, I'm determined for him to get it back on. Like, find a way to put it back on him. Like, I'm just thinking this whole time it's reward. Like, dude, like he needs to win it. He needs to win it. It's a redemption story. He needs to win it in front of the crowd. Yes, I know he dug his own grave. Yes, I know he talked this shit. Yes, I know he's getting everything he deserved. But I was a fan of Drew because of the quality of work. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted the belt on him just due to that fact, and where he can become even more of an asshole. So that was just me. That's why I wanted that outcome. My emotional, but the thinking wrestling, seeing it long term, and I'll let you brothers get in. I know where it's going. I know what y'all gonna tell me. But yes, emotionally, I was invested and I was upset on the outcome. But storyline, no. As a fan of WWE, I see where it's going. Yep, come on in. Yep, come on in, Griff. Yep,
Griff.
Well, Mr. Coach, I think I know me and Jackie kind of alluded to this a few times, and we kind of teased and joked about if they could fly Kevin Owens' way to Saudi Arabia, what make you think they won't fly him all the way to Scotland? That was pure genius. Here's the reason why. CM Punk is one of the biggest a-holes of all time in wrestling history. What way to go to this man's country and screw him in his country? And we have to go back and rewind the footage when CM Punk said, I'm coming after you. I'm going to make your life a living hell. This is exactly what he was talking about. I'm going to make your life a living hell. I'm going to come to your hometown. I don't care about everybody booing me. And then it was so perfect because not only was it the last match in the main event, but you got everybody from Scotland going home mad because the hometown hero did not win the championship. Now, to start this rivalry, put some heat on it, you had to do that move, which was brilliant and genius. And then poor Scotland, because I think they lost a game or soccer game or something to Germany, then let alone Drew McIntyre didn't win the belt. So it was a bad day in Scotland. And for them to go overseas and give, again, part of Triple H, shout out to Triple H, the bad guys win again, and then the people going home mad. But in this situation, if Drew McIntyre and CM Punk are going to have like this real deal heated rivalry and feud coming up, that was the kickoff right there to fly all the way across country, screw this man twice. You got screwed up at WrestleMania. You got screwed by Solo at Clash 2 years ago. Keep making this man life is a living hell. But I think this is going to also bring a different fire inside out of Drew as well, because technically he ain't quit. Drew playing the game as well back. He's trying to get back at it.
I don't know if he's quit or not, but one thing I do know is I did indeed call this verbatim.
Told you.
Called this verbatim and said that he was going to come out and screw him because it logically it just makes sense setting up the next thing. So, Coach, and I totally understand you saying I'm watching it as a fan and I want Drew to win and I want, this is who I'm rooting for. I totally understand that. And I'm behind Drew's work. However, the way wrestling writing works, we're going to screw this man over again and bring up the nostalgia of him being screwed over the first time. So just from that standpoint, it made sense. And I told Coach offline I wasn't going to talk too much shit, so I'm going to stick to my word. I'm not going to say too much.
As I sat on it, and fellas, as I sat on it and as I listened to other perspectives, because when it was done, yes, I put down my initial thoughts, and in that moment I was pissed because I was thinking about what happened in 2022 with Roman, and I thought all the old emotions just came. I'm like, dude, like twice in his hometown, like, man,
You
give
want him to get over, you want him to get over.
That, I was coming from that fan standpoint, and but as I listen and as and when I come back in, when I get rid of the emotional and put back on the wrestling intellect, this is what we do. When we think about it from a storyline standpoint and what we know as understanding storylines, this is going to be this is bar none the best story that they're going to have in a long time. This will be the story of 2024 if they do it right, and they're setting up to do it. So, but yeah, in the title, and the biggest point that I heard is the title doesn't need to be involved, and I'm cool with that. Yep. Go ahead, Griff.
Yeah. No, and I was going to add real quick, man. Think of the pressure CM Punk. I mean, this shows his professional veteranism going in this situation. Like, if it was anybody else, think of the pressure and the nervousness behind that curtain. I'm about to go in. I'm in another country, and I'm about to go screw somebody in their hometown. What is his reaction going to be like? This cat went out there like, man, you know what? Boxers up, balls up. I don't care what nobody say. This man getting screwed tonight. And when we get back to the States, I'm finna talk trash on this guy. You know what I'm saying? But kudos to him, man. I mean, kudos to the booking, the writers. That was a perfect way to end it, to start that feud to me. I ain't seen no problem with it. I'm excited to sit back and see what's going to happen next with these two.
Yep.
The next thing has to be like SummerSlam, right? Even if they do fight at Money in the Bank, which I don't believe that they will with Drew quitting, they definitely are going to give us something at SummerSlam, which, you know, is the WrestleMania of the summer. So it's looking good as far as getting that match, which we should be excited for. We should be excited for.
Oh yeah.
Before we move,
go ahead, Griff. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say this real quick. The reason I know this whole quit thing is part of the story. Keep in mind, CM Punk is part of Raw, but he's on SmackDown Friday in Chicago. Drew could possibly revenge him back in his home city as well. Just play this little okie doke die quit and show up on him as well too. This Friday, possibly.
Very well could happen.
Absolutely. I mean, there clearly is no like loyalty to the brand anymore. Like anybody can go anywhere. We just say we over here, we over there, but anybody can show up anywhere as we've seen in the past. So
can you just imagine, you know, I'm sorry, can you just imagine because you know the last time Raw ended in Chicago, it was with the final boss and Cody backstage, right? Man, can you imagine if CM Punk cut his promo and just joke about how he screwed Drew, and then the camera shows up at CM Punk's home and Drew knocking on the door, and then he's going in with AJ while he's at the arena to start that, like, get super personal with it.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
That's a way to go. I'm definitely down for anything that brings about some storyline. We have always talked about this, so we'll see what happens. Coach alluded to it in the beginning, in the intro, but the Wyatt Six make an immediate impact in WWE in so many different ways, from a cinematic standpoint, from a storyline standpoint, in the fact that they attacked everyone, making some noise with all of the different QR codes and whatnot. But we finally get a debut of the Wyatt Six, now being led by Bo Dallas as Uncle Howdy. What do we think about this one? Coach, let's start with you, bro.
Yeah, I heard that if it was, because we were getting hints of this, that it was going to be something special in the documentary, and we knew that Bo wasn't going to come out with this until it was completely ready, because he wanted to do this for his brother. And last night they made him proud for sure. The Brave was proud, just looking down and proud on this moment. That is one of the greatest debuts I've seen, and to make a mark, especially with this new era WWE, it's something different. it was so many people out there. From what I was seeing, is that, man, this is some scary shit. Like, for little ones to actually watch that, like,
Yeah.
I know they wouldn't go into bed comfortable after watching that. So yeah, and that's why I said I loved it, man. I loved every minute of it. They made him proud. The things that I kind of want to see where they're going to go with the storylines, is how they're going to do the matches. I know they're on the supernatural stuff, and the characters, how that's going to come into play with, how they're going to book them. But yes, it's refreshing. It's the massacre angle is, that was pretty cool, to where, like, hey, it was some meaning behind that. So so basically everybody that caught a body last night, it's related. It's related somehow. To where I think the things that I was researching is anybody basically who turned their back on family, they came after first. So case in point, Gable. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
boy.
yeah, so and there were some other bodies in there too. I don't know how true it is, but I was Mello, or Gunther. I don't know. I
Gunther
didn't.
was in there.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I had to go back and watch it. I'm like, must have missed it. But yeah, where they're going to go with this, man, the characters, Nikki Cross finally getting her, this is like 8 months in the making. But yeah, man, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it. Yep. What you think, Griff?
Man, kudos again to the production team that set that up and planned that, and just has changed the whole backstage area within a short amount of time
That was
during that
crazy.
live show. True story, fellas, man. That was also the same night as the Celtics winning the championship that night. I literally fell asleep midway through Raw and probably woke up probably about 11:15ish or something. And I ended up going on YouTube, just to see the
See
highlights
what
of what I
happened.
missed. And I seen, Jay in the crowd, and then the lights go off and everything. I was like, oh snap. And then when I watched that, I said the camera angles, the cinematic, them, like, I mean, it was just like it was almost like you was sitting home watching a virtual haunted house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yep.
like, yo, this is like
It's different.
insane,
It's
like the
different.
production of it. But and I text Brian the next day, and I was like, thinking about it that whole day, and I rewatched. I said, man, it's probably one of the best production scenes I've seen in a
Yeah.
while. But for me, what I took out of that, I feel like, outside the wrestling, outside the storyline, outside the characters, not only was it Bray's legacy being continued, but what I felt out of that was JoJo, Bo, IRS, the whole Wyndham Rotunda family, and the WWE family, that was close to Bray Wyatt. Finally, not, I won't say peace, but kind of got some kind of happiness in this grievance to see this go by. And I think that kind of swerved some of that grievance and sad and sorrow that they were having. Now that they seen this, it kind of like give them that as well, man. But
Yeah.
it was definitely phenomenal, man. Like, hey, Coach, real quickly, man, and before I pass it to Jackie, I remember you asked me this when we were at the Rumble last year. If you remember this, you asked me, like, man, what are they doing with Bray Wyatt? And I remember telling you, I said,
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt is something different. And I said, I think they're going to this cinematic type thing
Yep.
where he like trying to become a producer, a writer, and write different things, and like open up this door to go in a different direction of creating stories. You remember when we were talking
Yep.
about that after the
Oh yeah.
Rumble?
We rapped
And
about it. Yep.
now we're seeing that. And I'm like,
Yep.
yo, like, dang, this is crazy. But man,
Phenomenal.
man,
It's good
I'm
stuff, man.
excited to see. So everybody's on notice. Every faction's on notice, man. Like, good God Almighty.
Good stuff. Good
Here we
stuff.
go.
It's dangerous in the back for sure now.
Yeah.
You should definitely keep your head on a swivel, whomever you may be, because there's no loyalties to this faction. There's no there's no past with this faction that you can live off of and try to save yourself. So nobody's safe. And I'm excited about this one, man. This one looks good. And you guys talk about the legacy of Bray Wyatt and things like that. I definitely wanted them to do it the right way. I'm still kind of leery with it because it's like this was his vision.
Yeah.
This was what he wanted. And anytime somebody takes over your vision, and it no longer is your vision. So hopefully they continue to do it the right way, and they continue to show tribute to him in the right way, in the respectful way that he would have appreciated, and not just turning it into some type of wrestling entertainment thing. So but it looks good, man. I wonder who their first like official opponent could be. Like you said, Coach, what does it look like from a match standpoint when they're all in the ring? But given the wrestlers that it is, they all can carry themselves in the ring from what I can remember. Dexter Lumis, Joe Gacy, Bo Dallas. I'm missing somebody. I always miss the fourth person. Eric Rowan. Yes, thank you.
Nikki.
And then Nikki, yeah.
Nikki.
So all of them have done well in the ring in the past. And so we'll see now what they do from a cinematic standpoint.
What's crazy about it is I was researching and it was a matter of fact, one of the Cowboys writers, Patrick No.C. Walker, he actually he loves WWE as well. So I read one of his articles today, and he kind of gave some of the background on this. Was actually, I didn't realize it, y'all. Y'all remember this is like a year and a half in the making. To where, because when it started with the trend, because we was all wondering like what the hell was going on with Nikki, that trans, that I guess that was tied to all that was going on. So he kind of explained all of that. I said that makes sense. Even when the end of Schism with Joe Gacy.
Yeah.
So
when he was doing his stuff.
So he wrote that makes sense.
Yep.
And then Loomis, there was a promo that was in there that was back maybe 4 months after Mania 39, I believe, when Loomis was still hanging around, and I think it showed him and Nikki Cross in the background looking at Dexter. So all of this has been it's been in the making, man, a year and a half, bro. And it's crazy to me that it led to this. So that was just, I thought that was fascinating. Interesting. Yeah.
And I think one other thing too we're missing, and I don't want to just jump this gun right away, that's just a wait and see. But also when, as a matter of fact, it was at the Rumble in San Antonio when Bliss and Bianca had that title match. Then when Bianca won, then all of a sudden that glared at music and she stared around and then all of a sudden disappeared.
And we haven't seen her on TV
written
since.
off for her pregnancy, but she's been on TV since. Yeah.
So why it's 6, meaning that one missing. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Jackie, because you probably speak to it.
No, I was gonna say the same thing. You got to remember, like, excuse me. The whole 6 thing, even though it's spelled SICKS, there has to be a 6th person. If we're not including Bray himself, which I think they may be doing. So I'm good with the 5 if that's the case. But I do think you got to include Alexa Bliss at some point because of the past that creates. So I'm on board with you guys that she maybe we get her involved in this and add to what looks like it's going to be a great thing.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it moving as we now have new women's tag team champions as Isla Dawn and Alba Fire go over at the Clash of Castle over Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, and our Jet Beauties, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. This one was a little different for us as 2 out of the 3 of us were a little surprised by this. Griff claimed earlier to not be surprised. So let's go straight there, Griff. Go ahead and give your thoughts on this event.
The reason I was not surprised because you're looking at hometown, and I remember alluding on our last show. We just had to rewind the footage and go back to it. But I remember when I had mentioned like Ronda and Shayna when they unified all the tag titles from NXT, Raw, SmackDown, the tag titles, how they were like just giving them away, and then we never got a fair shot, a chance to see Isla Dawn and them do it. So I kind of like went with the Jet Beauties all because they were dominant. I didn't see them giving it up, but on the other end, I was like, I won't be surprised if this be more of a redemption payoff. For them, not getting that chance last year when they was thrown to Ronda and Shayna, and we seen what happened with that story with those two, and now here they are, a year later, seeing what they can do with it. But with the Jet Beauties, I mean, for me, I'm just gonna be honest. I had nothing against it. I loved it. but they're going to be called like the powerhouse and most dominant. And this is why they have it, and they only getting like a couple matches here and there, and then they're barely struggling in the matches unless it's like what's her name? What Piper? It's not squash matches. Chelsea, yeah. If it's like a Chelsea, it's like a quick squash. Chelsea gonna joke around and it's gonna be a squash. But when it comes to the other ones, it's almost like they're barely getting by. But I don't know, man. Like I kind of was mixed with it. I'm kind of getting tongue tied. I'm kind of mixed with it. It's kind of like I love seeing it, but on the other end, it's like I wanted to see more and more competition. Like I even had a mindset that they'll go down to NXT and compete with a couple women down there, even Jakara and Lash. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get a chance to see that. So with that in the case, man, I mean, I'm happy Islander got it. I got nothing against them, but at the same time, I don't know how the writers going to do it. I think they always struggle with the women's tag teams when it comes to those belts, struggling how to write and find matches and book them.
Tag team curse, my brother, is real. It's real. No, you just spoke it. Like why play? I don't know why they keep playing hot potato. And yes, Bryce man, that's great. I was going to that point anyway, Wise man. Jade definitely does need more work. That's why I wanted them to hold it a little bit longer so she can continue to get better through this title reign. Like hold it for a while, but get better. And this this was her most disappointing outing as far as learning the ropes. Okay, she was gonna have one. She was due for one. It happened. So it's the only two ugly spots in the match was toward the end. The first part of the match, she was doing fine, showing the strength. Of course, Bianca doing her thing. I felt overall like it was they were okay besides those two botches. But I am not happy with the outcome. Yeah, I'm not hating on the ladies. I just wanted them to hold it. I wanted them to hold it a little bit longer to at least like, hey, continue to build this. If you want to like reverse this curse, let them hold on to it, build it. Let them go down to, obviously past SummerSlam. Like Griff, to your point, let them go down to NXT. Let them, make them this, this unbeatable force, and try to bring the prestige back to it. That's where I'm going. But yes, Jade needs to bounce back from this. Continue to get back in the lab and bounce back. But kudos, hey, congratulations to those ladies. Not taking anything from those ladies. I'm doing more research on them. Obviously, I had them on my fantasy team. Didn't know much about them, but they're workhorses. You know what I'm saying? So hey, like I said, that was to my detriment. I got rid of them. But they those ladies earned it in that moment. But I did. I wasn't happy with the outcome.
I think we're thinking too short-sighted, gentlemen. Here's my thoughts. Number one, yes, Jade struggled in the match. Yes.
Yeah.
I think this is a separate issue than the title change, though. Her struggling in the match had nothing to do with the actual outcome of it. We all know that, this is not basketball. This isn't, have a bad night and you lose and then whatever.
Yeah.
But does she need to get better? Yes, but that's going to happen over time. That's going to happen with the title. That's going to happen without the title. It is what it is. She's going to get better over time. We have to give her that time to get better. And honestly, this is the first like real bad botch match that she's had. Up to this point, they protected her with smaller moves or shorter matches, and then they've expanded on her. And then she missed a couple spots. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I think we can get past that. The Alba Fire and Isla Dawn winning is intriguing to me. No, I didn't pick them. I was with you guys as far as the Jet Beauty. But them winning is intriguing to me because now you actually have a storyline that you can build on with these women, right? So we think this is the end and now we're going to move on to something else. No, like now we actually have a tag title situation that these women can get involved with a storyline versus like just bouncing back and forth from show to show and trying to defend the titles. Now we're actually getting some storyline. Now we get to chase after the titles.
Yeah.
We get to show that dominance as we chase after it. Go ahead, Coach.
What I was afraid of, Jackie, is and I was pretty disappointed because I had this fear, because everything that we all know where this is going. If they can hold these ladies off, if they can hold that money match till Vegas, that would be amazing. But I don't think they can hold it that long.
Yeah,
But
you can.
I was thinking that, yeah. But I'm thinking that, damn. I'm like, man, they took it off them that quick. Like, are they? So I automatically start thinking, like, man, they trying to make them fight sooner than later. That's where my
No,
mind
because
my
you
mindset was going.
you still have more options with them together than with them separate
Yeah,
at this point.
yeah, that's true.
Them
That's
together
true.
still chasing the titles is still an option.
Yeah.
They won the titles on I want to say like a fluke situation where we didn't really think that they deserved the titles at the time, but it just made sense, right? And now you get to
Yeah.
see them chase after the title, beat a couple of different teams, beat Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, beat Chelsea and Piper if they ever come back. Like, you
Gotcha.
got those options to build now up some storyline. You also have the opportunity for them to turn heel as a team, right? So like that's still open for options, right? And they can still be together all of this time leading up to WrestleMania, and maybe the turn doesn't happen until WrestleMania. You get what I'm saying? Like the turn, the internal turn, I guess you can say, doesn't happen until WrestleMania. And now you have that storyline going from WrestleMania. Go ahead, Griff.
Yeah, I was going to add on too, as far as like the botch and everything with Jade. I mean, everybody, even the veterans, be making botches and making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? When I watched that match and saw those botches, to me, it wasn't like, oh, she needs more training or she needed. It was more, man, you in the moment, you was excited. It just went wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just went wrong. Like there was a few botches in that night, and then I seen where like someone had mentioned that they were looking into seeing if the ring ropes were tight enough, because that's why a lot of people, even pre-situation,
Priest.
Yeah.
you know, that
That
happened.
was
So they
scary.
were saying like the ring ropes probably wasn't
That
tight
looked
enough
bad.
like it was
Yeah.
supposed to be. But no, I mean Bianca gonna keep working, Jay gonna keep working, Isla
Yeah.
Dawn, Elba Fire gonna keep working, Shayna and Zoe are gonna keep working. I just love how the professionals came in. Like what I think it was Shayna, when she made that box, she got right back up, and Shayna kind of made it like, played it off like, you know, okay, I got your back. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing that nobody ain't really talking about is after that match, and the cameras didn't catch it, but of course people gonna catch it with their cameras, is the fact Jay was about to bust out crying, and Bianca's like, no, hold your head up, Doc. That's veteranism, that's leadership, and then that's the sister saying, hey, I got your back. So I was seeing that. I don't think they're going to break up anytime soon. I think, like you said, Jackie, they're going to go on a chase. They're going to keep doing other things. And who to say we need them to like fight right now for SummerSlam? They could be somewhere like 2 months from now. It could be at Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? But let's also forget. I know this. She ain't got nothing to do with this picture. But also we got to remember too, the Queen is out of the picture, and she's soon to return back too. So we gotta remember, when she come into the equation, that's going to change a lot of things up in that women's division over there on SmackDown.
You know she going after Bailey as soon as she step in. You know that's straight to the
step in,
straight
going
to
right
the
to
top.
Bailey.
You know my queen goes straight
It might
to
be
the
Nia.
top.
As much as she hate Nia, they got heat though. They got real life heat though.
I don't know if Bailey gets past Nia at SummerSlam. We ain't even got to.
That's what I'm saying.
Talk about that.
It might be Nia when Charlotte gets back.
I get you now. Yeah, we ain't even got to that point yet. So, but it's still to come. We'll talk about that when it comes.
Very wise, man.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about Seth Rollins and Damian Priest. Seth Rollins returns on Raw a couple nights ago and challenges Priest at Money in the Bank. What do we think here? Does Damian get past Seth? Does this end straight up? What are we thinking? Griff, what's your thoughts?
Seth was a big surprise to open up the show. Definitely wasn't expecting it, of course.
Right.
Fellas, I was waiting for this subject to come up tonight because honestly, I really got Seth winning this match. There's a reason why. Because Judgment Day is too distracted right now, and these distractions going to cause Priest to possibly drop this title. But also, rewind back to earlier this year when Seth got hurt. Remember the confrontation and the face-off and the words exchange between Seth and Gunther. And Gunther has to face a champion going to SummerSlam. So I feel Seth is going to be the guy to face the general going forward in this, because with the Liv, the Dominic, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, Carlito going on, I think those distractions are going to be the reasons going to cause Priest that world title.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Pause right there. Hey, Brian, exit the chat, bro. Get the get the
We
hell
definitely
out
got
of
to
the
let
chat.
our viewers see that one. We definitely got to let
But
our viewers see that
to
one.
answer that question though, Brian, Seth couldn't walk in those heels. So
Can you see the chat? Can you see the chat? Wait, Griff, can you see the chat, Griff? Okay.
Seth couldn't walk in the heels, so it has to go to Damian then, right?
Bro.
Bisexual Undertaker by a mile, bro. Sorry, Coach. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Man. It was good. No, great to see Seth back. Like, I also looked at it. Hey, y'all, he's going more. I was on our boys at What Culture, our boy Simon and What Culture, man. Hey,
Yeah.
they good dudes, man. Hey, they the stuff that we don't notice, you know what I'm saying? He's going to a milder, he's going back to the Seth Rollins. Like, he might eliminate the freaking. You know, he's going back to that milder character. You know, the more serious character, like closer to the architect. So that's kind of what
Okay.
they, you know, that's a slight little change.
There was the
'Cause, you know,
change
I mean,
in
notice how
the
Yeah.
logo. There was a change in the logo.
Yeah.
merch.
So
Yeah.
yeah, in the merch. So that's the little slight change that they're doing with the character. So okay, cool. But I'm glad that I'm happy to see him back, happy to see him healthy. But man, I'm like, okay, he needs to get back in the world title picture. He deserves it. He's a workhorse of the company. Why not? Just Damian Priest, I still think he's still boring, is what we talked about last episode. Still putting on boring face promos like always, and I'm like, dude, like, are you kissing his ring? Like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm happy to see you. Like, man, come on, man, talk your cash. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, another boring face promo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that,
It's tough to
I'm
say
okay with
that.
the match.
Is he a face or is he a heel? You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
the
going
things that he's
face.
saying.
He's going face.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's 50-50 for me. And it's kind of like he's the heel, but he's always starting these promos like, man, I respect you, dog.
Yeah,
you know
like,
what
I
I'm saying?
respect
Like,
you,
you're
bro.
my
Like,
dude, man.
yeah,
You know,
like, kissing
man,
his ring.
I thought about, you know, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I really wanted to cash this in on you. And then once he said what he said, then he tried to slowly go back to this hero. But I gotta tell you, man, I'm the world champion right here. Like, if you're gonna be the heel, bro, come straight at heel. Like, yo, what you doing back here? You should be back home with your wife, taking time out with your. Yeah, you gotta talk that.
His prime opportunity to talk to him. Like, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna get it because they slow burning him, obviously, out of Judgment Day. Soon it's happening. So they just preparing him for the face promos. So I do see now, and obviously we'll get to Money in the Bank predictions down the road, but I actually see it the other way. I actually see, you know, as much as he doesn't, you notice the theme. He keeps saying, "I don't need your help. I don't need your help," but yet, you know, he still comes out with the, you know, with the victories over some screwy. So the Judgment Day will find a way, for, you know, for him to, you know, to keep the belt. But then obviously, you know, I mean, I'm talking about Money in the Bank, but he will eventually drop the Gunther, and that's when I think the split will happen. In my gut.
I don't know, man. It's a lot happening with the Judgment Day, which, you know, is great for TV, but not great for the actual Judgment Day, as you guys alluded to. Their distractions, as Liv and Dom put on the softcore porn of the year, and so now we need to focus up. So Liv and Dom are clearly distracting everything that's happening in the Judgment Day. So,
brother,
what are our thoughts here?
Hold on, wait. Before we go there, let's talk about Finn getting mad at the key. Like, you saw me take the key,
right?
You saw me take the key. What do you mean? You accusing me of the key?
I told y'all, Finn got in there and smashed out, and now we're gonna have a whole different Judgment Day.
I can't wait for that footage. So
we're gonna have a whole different Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Well, what are our thoughts on Liv and Dom?
Well, I got one thought with Liv. I got a lot of jackets, as you see in the back here. I got a lot of merch back here. So anyone you want to grab and put on, and then come to me and say, "Yo, come take this off me," you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome.
Yeah.
But
Listen, bro, that's funny.
no,
That's funny.
man, this whole slow. Eventually, sooner or later, something's going to happen. Either Dom's going to like give it in, or there's like that sneaky Finn and Liv going behind that. But it's almost like every time like Dom get ready to do the right thing and okay, give me my jacket back. And as soon as he gets it, here comes somebody around the corner like, hey, what are you doing? You know, it's like he can't ever like get a break whatsoever, man. But I mean, kudos to Liv because not only she's playing this new character, getting into Dom's head, she's also distracting the Judgment Day. She's also distracting and getting in Damien's head as much as he's trying to play it off and think he's not. He's pretty upset about it and everything. Like he's sucking into my Liv, can you just please like get Dom his jacket so we can focus on our business? Like that. I mean, like I'm just waiting to this point. Like, dang, like I'm just ready to go up. I'm just ready for you to go up there and say, look, B, like, get him his back, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the Damien heel I'm looking for. But
Too soft right now, man. He's too soft.
yeah, but to what she's doing, man, she's doing exactly what she says, man. I'm not even in that revenge tour no more, but I'm more on the next level now when she's saying, you know, Rhea, I'm gonna take everything from you. And what she meant by that, I'm taking Paul, I'm taking Dom, I'm taking the Judgment Day, I'm gonna make sure Priest, and who knows, she could be the one that cost him the belt with Seth. So she said she's gonna take everything away. So I mean, there it is, man. But I like this story, and it's not being, again, pressure. It's not being rushed. Every week we're getting something different. It's almost like the Trick and Mello story. Like we knew Mello was the one attack, and we kept on waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. All of a sudden, boom! The same thing we getting out of this one.
Yeah.
It's definitely the storyline of the moment right now, right? Like it's the thing that everybody wants to talk about outside of, you know, the Wyndham Six now. But when you think about Raw, you think about Judgment Day, you think about the Liv Morgan Dominic story, which is the thing that you want for your champion. But I'm with you guys. The champion side of Damian Priest is starting to get a little stale as we don't know what he actually wants to do, who he wants to be when he gets onto the mic. Is he performing well in the ring? Yeah, with the you know, with that botch aside, because that was a scary moment. I thought my boy was just gonna hang there for quite some time. So, but outside of that, we don't really know what he is or what he wants to do. He keeps challenging people to try to prove himself, and yet we still don't believe you. We don't believe. So yeah, we got to figure out what he actually wants to do as a champion, and he needs to feel like he needs to feel like he's more dominant as the champion, and it doesn't seem that way right now.
That's what Seth was trying to point out. That's what's like, hey, Seth kind of gave him that that coach pep talk, like, bro, what do you want to do? What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your career? You know, like, you know, how do you envision your title reign? Like, that was necessary because, you know, you're right, Jackie. He has been rambling. Like, what do you really want? You know what I'm saying? And you still haven't beat anybody clean, you know. So that's you know, but yet you consider yourself a heel. But you know, the Griff, to your point earlier, like, hey, it's 50-50. Like, dude, we don't even know who you are in that regard. So it's tough. It's a tough sledding for him. Eventually, he needs to drop it. If he don't drop it here, he's gonna definitely drop it in Cleveland. So I'm ready to move on from him. I'm bored out of my mind every time he touches the mic. I'm like, bro, like, talk your mess. Like, the stage was set. You got one of the greatest workers in the business in front of you, and you still don't know what to do with it. So I'm sorely disappointed. So, yeah.
We'll see, man. Maybe he'll get better on the mic, but I doubt it. Money in the Bank ladder match has finally taken shape as Jey Uso picks up a win in his triple threat over Rey Mysterio and Finn Balor. Also, Io Sky would defeat Kiana James and Zelina Vega. Jey Uso is also on the poster for the Money in the Bank PLE. Is now the time, Griff?
It has to be the time, because if it's not, then I don't know where else he can go and what else he can do. Let's be honest. You know, this is the final shot. This is the final countdown, like the Piston theme song when they do the start line of the final countdown.
Oh yeah.
This is the one. You know, That's all I can say. To
Yep.
be honest with you, just because of the Judgment Day situation going on, I was really thinking Finn was probably going to come out of that,
Yeah.
but because there's so much hype and there's so much, going on, and then with JB on the poster, it just made sense for him to come on top. But yeah, I'm looking to see who the rest of his opponents are going to be in that match. And a lot of times the one thing about the Money in the Bank ladder match is the person that's always advertised is the one who never is the one that wins. So
Yeah.
will that tradition and
Mhm.
legacy continue,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
will
Yes.
JB to change and actually win the Money in the Bank this year? So that's something to look forward to see. Of course, I'm gonna be rocking with him, but I got to be honest with you, fellas, man. This is the last go round. If you can't do Money in the Bank, then I don't know what else you can go from there on this one.
Has
Coach, you got
has
thoughts
to
here?
yeah, has to be his time, man. He's made this complete transition from from the bloodline with his brothers that he's flying dolo, and he's got to figure it out. Lost after hey Jackie, loss after loss. Not one, not two, not three losses. How many losses can
Man.
you take
All right.
without some type of redemption or some comeback, man? And he has to win this Money in the Bank. This is his career. He has to win this, get the briefcase, and put himself in even better shape to get into that title picture. He's already got the success. He's already got the followers. Already got the fans are in his corner. I think this will be the launch pad that he needs. Hey, we say it every week. Hey, strap that rocket on his back, send his ass to the moon, and let's really just do it right this time. Let's not mess it up. But he needs it. He needs it bad.
He does need it. He does need it, but I don't think he's gonna win it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Not to be negative, not to be a hater, but I don't think he's gonna win it because
Why?
the
Why you think?
one
Mm-hmm.
the one that presented himself as a Money in the Bank contestant last night was Chad Gable, and if I'm being honest, the storyline of Chad Gable right now is better than the storyline of Jey Uso. And if Chad
I'll give you
Gable
that.
wins the money, and if Chad Gable wins the Money in the Bank, he skyrockets to a whole different atmosphere because of that win, and especially if he picks up the Creed brothers at the same time.
Oh,
And so I see that
yeah, that
happening.
factor.
Do I hope Jay wins? Yes. Come on, let's get the win, brother. Come on, I'm with y'all. Like he needs this win for sure. Just the storyline, the thought process of the storyline for me just says something else. But I do hope that he does win. I hope Jay figures it out because we got to do something with him at some point.
Yeah, man.
At
They gotta
some point,
see. Yeah, they gotta check the morgue and see if he ain't arrived, man. They gotta
man.
check it. Is he dead or is he not?
Good point. You're right. Chad is actually
I'm saying,
dead. They
like,
shot my
he
boy.
might not make it to his match next week.
Is Chad in the match?
Yeah, he's scheduled for a triple threat next week.
Yeah.
I got to double check I forgot who's in there with him, but I think it's Bronson and somebody else.
He'll come out of that though.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't actually been in a match that in a Money in the Bank match, right?
Nope.
I
This
don't
will be
think
his first
so.
one too.
I think that would it would be greatness if he did, bro, because you put him on a whole nother level. I know he's a small guy, but you built him up to say that he could beat Gunther at one point. Why not elevate him up, even higher from there? I don't know.
Got you.
I don't know. All right, let's switch modes here as we switch it over to the lightning round, and we'll throw out some topics. We'll take 2 minutes here to discuss them, and we can't hit on everything, but we'll try as we go through the lightning round here.
Yeah.
2 minutes on the clock, and let's go now. Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. Does that make sense to you, Coach?
Yes, because it infuses him back into the bloodline. Is what we have been craving for. Cody needs to do something of substance in this run. So hey, let's get it. That should be a good match. Let's see where they're going.
Adding Kevin Owens and Randy Orton to that makes it a kind of a triple threat.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Griff?
Triple.
Man, I think that'll be awesome, especially the way Randy kind of like teased and looked at the belt as well too. Like, got that stare like, hey, I got your back, but I'm coming for this one real soon. So I hope you're ready because I can strike at any moment.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can spawn off from this interaction, which should be exciting. Braun Breaker and the spear on Kaiser is probably the greatest thing we'll see on WWE TV. I want to hear from everybody here.
Wow.
Griff?
Wow.
Bruh. I literally, like, again, fell asleep on that part. I had to watch the highlight.
Bro.
I literally felt Godzilla and King Kong in real life through the big screen TV on the YouTube channel on the couch. Like, what in the heck, bro?
Yep.
I don't, real quickly, Braun Breaker is nowhere near Brock Lesnar when I say this, but he could possibly be the Brock Lesnar of this generation. I'm not comparing him to Brock Lesnar, but what he could do. But I'm talking about the power, the intensity, the speed, all that. This is the Brock Lesnar of this generation.
Next big thing. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yes.
Which is they're marketing him. I think I said this show months ago with Paul Heyman next to him in NXT. Y'all knew that's where it was going.
Ooh,
yep. So that's exactly where it was going. So, the film and the camera work did it for me. This WWE these camera shots and the WWE production, man, they are killing it right now, man. So that's really the shot before of that spirit. That was great.
You're right, Coach. It's amazing how a change in the regime, taking Kevin Dunn, I think, out, and or not Kevin Dunn, maybe it was somebody else. I can't remember the name.
That was his name.
But replacing the production team gives you a whole new look at what you can see in wrestling, and it's amazing what they got. Kaiser had maybe a 2 or 3 step head start, and Braun still met him in the middle on the other side, just to show you how athletic this fool is. This man sprinted around that ring and murdered Kaiser. And I mean,
that's a 10, Wise man. It's a 10.
Yeah, I was
gonna
say to rank his. I don't know, man. It's definitely up there amongst the top 3. If we're not saying if we're really talking about it, you got to say Goldberg has one of the top if not Roman, and then Braun is proving to be in there. Yeah, Braun is proving to be in there. This is the lightning round, guys. So let's keep it going. It looks like the New Day is gonna break up coming soon. What's next for them, Coach? What do you think?
Woods will be the heel. Kofi will be the face. It's going to be a great rivalry. It's going to be refreshing for the WWE audience. And then, New Day was fun while it lasted. Time for these dudes to go on the better pastures and figure it out. Dolo. Yep.
Griff, does he join the Final Testament? Woods
could possibly be, man. Woods going heel in this moment, man, which is rightfully so. New Day need to break up. Big E's not coming back no time soon. The pancakes and bootios is done. Let's move forward. Let's get some dark horses out of these people.
Great point, Brian. It's not the same without Big E anyway, so that makes sense.
Exactly.
Liv Morgan is so wrapped up in the Judgment Day that we haven't really gotten a contender for her. It looks like Zelina Vega might be on the come up. Do we think that, Griff? Where are we headed with this?
You know what? This is going to be a very interesting match, and I'm glad to see my girl Zelina back in this title run and this title picture, getting some one-on-one competition, get away from the LWO for a little bit, man. I don't see her probably taking the strap off for Liv right now, but just to see her back in one-on-one contention and start a story with Liv and something different, I'm excited to see it.
It gives Liv Morgan a contender that's actually her size, and they can put on an actual match that doesn't look like she's fighting back as the champion. So it makes sense from a storyline standpoint. Coach, thoughts there?
Oh no, it's funny when Griff said get her away from LWO. Every time I hear LWO, I just start laughing, man. This is the first instinct because I can't remember them getting through a match without chaos in months. So it's a joke, man. But good to see Queen Zelina back in that picture. He deserved it. She works hard. So yeah, I look forward to that match. Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, that there ends our lightning round, as we took 10 minutes to go through that. But needed discussion, though, because Bron Breakker is an animal and exciting to watch him for sure. All right, man, let's move on to the fantasy recap. And if you didn't know.
Man, oh, man. Here we go.
Go ahead and throw that up here. If you didn't know. Okay.
Every week.
Your boy is the undisputed ECW champion. And we're going to look at our results here now from the weekend. Give me a second to pull this up.
Man, I'm about 5 seconds cutting a Jada Parker promo on his dude.
Bro.
There we go.
Look at this. Look at this.
We all had a bad day at the office.
I don't think you're in a position to cut a Jada Parker promo, as y'all are down pretty much.
At least on the closest.
Nah, Griff, you making some. Yeah, I didn't. I lost. Yeah, I had a bad week, man.
You know who had a good week?
Is this up to date to win?
Today.
Is this up to date?
This is today. This is after everything.
Today.
Yeah.
So my Roxanne Perez win yesterday on here too?
Today. Yes, sir.
Yeah, today.
Okay.
All caught up.
Man.
I'm not saying I'm good, but I'm just saying I'm ahead. That's all.
I gotta get back.
I'm saying I'm ahead. Just in case you were wondering, I'm gonna go ahead and show you your teams in case you want to make some changes here.
Yes, please.
B Dix is back, so he can now help you decide your team. So decide your fate if you want to spin or if you just want to trust him to make a decision. But here's your roster.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, I gotta spin. Ricochet out for a minute.
Yeah, AEW.
That's right, you do got Ricochet.
Spins are worth 2.
Yes, sir. You can spin, and it has the possibility of landing on the wise man's choice, or it has the possibility of landing on a random superstar that is available.
So a random superstar that we can swap out, or we have to do the actual trade.
Say again.
Can I swap? Like, for example, I'm looking at Becky. Like, so whoever I get, I can swap them out on the spin.
Yeah,
okay.
Yes, you can spin. You can swap out whoever you need to swap out, but the spin is, random.
Oh, it's 5? I thought it was
not
2.
2. It's 5. You're right. Everybody's got enough points to start spending a little bit more. Also, tonight only, like on WWE, you can spend, what did he say, 15 or 10? What did he agree to?
He didn't mess. He wasn't willing to negotiate with me on the 10.
That's right. 15. You can spend 15 points and get a direct pick, and you know exactly who you're pulling over to your team. Totally up to you guys.
Since I didn't make any traction at all over the weekend, I lost ground.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So we do a trade. We can pick anyone we want
for the 15. Yes, sir.
For the 15 points.
All right, I'm gonna take that 15. Get rid of Ricochet. Now I can go to any brand I want to.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and step up to the plate. Can I trade Ricochet for 15 for the first ever inaugural North American Women's Champion, Kalani?
That makes sense. That makes sense. That's a good pickup. Coach, you want to spin?
You have who has Liv?
You want to make a choice?
Griff?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and I can't afford a 15. So although Griff just came closer back to me, so I'm gonna do the spin for 5. Because I need somebody momentarily for Becky.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So B-Dix, he wants to spin. So we're going to go ahead and pick these up and see what comes of it. Here we go. First spin. Is a wise man choice. Coach, you how do we feel?
All right, so with my first wise man choice, I want to swap out.
It's he's choosing, who you getting, right?
Yeah, but yeah, he's gonna choose who I get. But I want to swap out Noam Dar and Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Inactive, yep, because they're inactive.
So we're spinning twice. All right, so let's spin one more time for you.
Yep, twice.
And let's see who the second person is that you're gonna get. Here we go.
Okay.
Second wise man choice. So
wise man choice.
So over to B-Dix.
Sir.
Drum roll, please.
Okay. That's actually not bad. You're getting Brian Breaker and AJ Styles, who are very active right now. So he was very gracious.
Bring him in. Bring him in. I need points. And he's in the hunt for Intercontinental, and he's doing his thing.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm happy with Brian. I'm very happy with this.
Very gracious of you, B-Dix.
Thank you, man. Like I said, I've been in third place since we started this podcast. So
trying to help that brother out. Get that man some points.
Help me, ninja.
Get that man some points. Any other spins? Any other trades? Anybody else? Anybody else want to jump out there?
Griff, Griff, you good?
I don't think I'm good for now.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and switch it on over to the power rankings. We got some adjusting to do as things have changed a bit. So let's go ahead and look at this. All right, so here are the power rankings that we have previously done. There are some things that probably need to change here. As we saw some performances over the weekend and so on and so forth. What needs to happen here? I'm sure we all still believe in Cody at number 1.
Yep.
Numbers 2, 3, and 4 have been kind of inactive.
Yeah. Ooh. I definitely know Bailey should be in here now.
Agreed there. Has Liv done enough to stay in the top 5?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
Yep.
We put people in the top 10 for promos. Yeah. So whatever.
Yeah. Liv definitely need the work she doing. She stays in there, buddy.
Okay.
So we're bringing in Bailey for Lyra, I imagine, right?
That makes sense to me.
Bailey might go higher because Logan hasn't been on. Well, he did a promo with
he playing Ted LA Knight. LA Knight the other night. That was
a shitty promo. I did not like that one.
Yeah.
Me either.
I did not like that one. But yes, eliminating Lyra makes sense to bring in Bailey. It just depends on where she falls in the category, yes. But that one makes sense. I don't think Randy Orton needs to be on the top 10.
Orton was there for that one.
He just came back from injury from like a couple weeks.
Yeah, because he was with his pops, right? So
not injury. I'm sorry. Yes, he was. Yeah,
he was with his pops. So
because this is King and Queen of the Ring. Last time we did
this is King. This is coming out of King. Motherfucking Tonga.
Right, hasn't done anything. Yep,
Yeah,
go and slide back
right.
on out of there
No.
too.
So that thing is going.
Yep.
Yep.
So we got some work to do with them. With them 3 spots, then.
Can I throw a name out here?
Go ahead, brother.
Just based on storyline, based on consistency, doing this thing in the ring and building up a better catalog of promos. Chad Gable has to make his way up in here at some
Definitely.
point, right?
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
I just think he has enough backing behind him to jump in here now.
Mm-hmm.
What about Naya? She squashed somebody too the other night.
Meechin.
Mia M, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm good with her staying.
Naya
I'm good with her staying.
Naya and
Gunther
is off just vacation, I think. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Griff.
Where has Gunther been since King of the Ring? Like, I know he did a couple
vacation
promos.
He hasn't really wrestled since he's been back.
Yeah.
He hasn't really wrestled. I think, well, he had somebody a couple weeks ago, maybe. I don't remember. I'm sorry. You know, my memory's terrible. But yeah, he hasn't really shown any dominance.
No, it wasn't Sheamus. It was Sheamus he fought.
Yeah. It might have been.
Yeah, it was Sheamus.
Yeah.
And that was a great match.
Yeah, it was. They closed out that night. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
So he's been doing stuff.
So I'm good with 1, 2, and 3.
So we move.
I think Bailey and Liv can toss it between 4 and 5.
Go with that. Just go with that. Go Liv at 4, Bailey at 5.
Bailey at 5.
Okay.
6, 7, stay. I'm good with 8 there. That's good. Chad Gable 9.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need a 10.
One more guy that's been doing some work, or guy or gal that's been doing some work. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
There it is. Yep. There it is.
Good call.
Good call. Great call.
Good call.
Great call.
Okay. So now we're looking at Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Nia Jax, Liv Morgan, Bailey, Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, Damian Priest, Chad Gable, and Bron Breakker in the top 10.
Yep.
That's good. That's a good one.
Good job, boys.
That's good quick. That's the way we usually do it.
That one works. Okay. All right, man. Let's go ahead and close this one out. Time for a quick announcement, though, as next week, be ready for a special edition of Ebony Championship Wrestling as we invite the Texarkana television champion, the ring bully himself, Steven Remsen, to the show. He's been a fan of the show since the very beginning, and we are definitely big fans of his. So we are excited to have the opportunity to sit and chat with him next week. So look forward to that one. Boys, anything to say there?
Hey, man, I'm excited. Ring Bully Remsen, man, been one of our number one supporters. Definitely been following us and sharing our posts, man, helping us, getting us over, man. So this made sense for someone like this to be our first guest. We're very stoked. We're very excited. We were ready to break bread, laugh, joke, dive into some histories, man, learn even more, man. But I'm just excited because this is, our first guest that we're doing. And, you guys stay tuned, man. I'm excited for this one, man, and looking forward to next week with our first guest, Ringside Willie. Shout out to him as well.
Yeah, it's one of our biggest supporters, man, from day one. Let's get the brother in. Let's have a great time. I can't wait to meet him, and we can pick his brain. We'll sit under what he's learned, his knowledge that he's learned, and obviously passing it over to us and telling us about the grind, man. I can't wait to hear about the grind. So, and what it really takes to get in that spotlight. Big or small promotion, or big promotion, small promotion, wherever you are, man. Indies to the big time, man. It's wrestling is hard work. So I can't wait to hear his stories on the grind and how he got to where he is and where he's headed. So yeah, let's get it, man. Can't wait to get him in here.
Exciting times here in ECW as we continue to expand our show and our reach into the wrestling community, and we're excited to invite him in, and more to come as we continue to grow with this show.
Oh yeah.
And as always, we're so grateful for everybody that's watching, and we just hope that you continue to watch. So we would want to make sure we know where to find us when you're not watching us on the screen. So Griff, let the people know where they can find you.
Yeah, you guys can find me on IG, Instagram at GriffNation84, and also on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, is CGriff84.
Coach.
All right, on Instagram, so at Coach Montay 24 on IG. So like we say, continue to make sure we tune in next week. Continue to hit that like and subscribe button, and we're going to continue to put out the quality content for you quality wrestling fans, and we're going to keep hustling. So we appreciate the love and support.
You can find me, Jackie Miles, on Instagram and Twitter at Jackie Miles 42. You can find B Dix on Cash App at BDix989. Follow us all on Instagram at Ebony Championship Wrestling.
Shoot them something.
And on X at Ebony Championship Rest. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so that you're notified every time that the boys hit the screen.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see y'all next time, man. We appreciate y'all. This is Ebony Championship Wrestling signing off. Coach, let them know.
We never tapping out. See y'all next week.
Not once. Peace. We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all.